So got back in Dutch Harbor, going on another hike today. It's springtime now, mid-April, and there's a bunker I would have posted about quite a while back, and I climbed up to it again because I got a new helper with me. I ain't been up there, and with everything dead now, you can see more things, and we saw that there was a trail, and so I started following that trail out. So that trail is right here, and it came from around that side of that mountain. On the other side of that mountain is where this one bunker is. If you look over there, right here, that's where I took you guys on top of, and we found, like, we didn't really know what was up there, and then I found the hoist that they used to lift people up there, and there was an old generator there. I found out later that this point here had an 8 million candle watt spotlight on it. That's what it was for, was like to shine lights on airplanes. And the guys who were stationed there hated it because it's so foggy here all the time. They said that it wasn't really good for spotting planes, but it was a great beacon for drawing them in. Right here on that mountain, that's Ballyhoo. And right there is at Fort Schwadka that I did a video on. This one here is a different fortress. There was multiple forts here. On the other side, you can barely see it right there. That was Fort Leonard. And I can't get over there, but the Army Corps of Engineers is coming in to do a bunch of munitions disposal this summer, supposed to be. So where we are now, this was Fort Brumback. And like I said, right around this corner here, there's another bunker, and I follow that trail around right here. And I get over here, they're on top of another mountain, and I'm not sure what this was. I know they had a cafeteria. I don't think this is a cafeteria because I'm on top of a hill. Wouldn't make sense to put the cafeteria here. But this was a fairly large structure, and it's fallen down. I assume it was just more outlook, but I don't know. On all the maps I can find, I just can't find much info about it. But once you walk along it, you can see here, this was a trench. That's the roof right there. Those were the walls is collapsed in. The trench came around. It would have went up there for lookout. Then you had a really deep hole here, and then you could see more of this covered trench that would have went off that way. If you keep going up through that river valley there, that's English Bay over there. That's where Captain Cook would have came in. And you look over this way, it's just beautiful views today. It's kind of hard to see that trail now, but I think this trail would have been what the men took to get to that concrete bunker over there, because there's nothing else on the trail, and it's clearly a trail because it's flat when everything else is on the side of a hill. And their bunks would have been right on the other side of this hill from all the maps I can find. So I think that's how the guys would have got to that for their turn on lookout duty. I'm on the path going back now. You can see it's kind of cut in here. So clearly people made it. Right there is where I were. So it's pretty beautiful today. It'll be hard to hear because of the wind, but there's that bunker. There's our truck. You can see the Panama gun mounts. There's a couple of them. And in that ravine down there, there's something. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna go find out. It's also really cool up here this time of year. You can see over here some kind of a building, something else. I couldn't see that in the summer when I was here when everything was growing up. Well, it got down here. It's just a trash heap. Old barrels, probably had diesel oil or something in it. Some more shit right in here. They're kind of a little bit hard to see, but on the approach to this bunker, there's a dugout. There's one here, 1, 2, 3 here. And like they had this one way up there, right there. They had this well defended. I mean, you would have played, you can't even see that bunker, it's right there. You'd had a hard time getting up here. Coming up on something here. I believe this was a fuse deposit where they would keep the fuses, because they kept the fuses separate from the gunpowder. And this one's fairly well intact. It's kind of small, probably 6 foot tall. But you walk in, you gotta be careful. It's interesting, you got stamps. I don't know, M41 Armco plate. The American Rolling Mill Company. Something Town, Ohio. I'm not sure where that is, but pretty interesting. Come back outside. I'm gonna go over there and explore that. As we get closer, we come across like a dugout pit where you could have had a good fighting position. And you can see they humped the dirt all up, dug it out, built a berm around this, whatever it was. And this would have been the entrance. So we're walking in the front door, the only door. I'm not sure what it was though. There's a lot of wood in it. So I don't think it was like ammunition or fuses. Pretty cool though. He's still over here. Got some of the screen from the screen door to follow, but you got these little dugouts all over the place. Here's one. There's one there. There's some more there. Pretty thorough. A lot of digging these boys did back in the day. Slogging up to something else. Ooh. Huh. That looks like it was the entrance, but no idea what it was. You can just see the bunkers up there, the fuse storage. Sitting in one of the dugouts that the guys would have dug way back in 1942-ish. And I just wanted to say thanks for following along. Welcome to Fort Brumback here in Unalaska, Dutch Harbor. And my friend Bill is out there watching. He'll be 99 soon. Happy birthday, Bill. See you when I get home.